E3.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to the Not So Super Bash Bros E3 coverage for 2018. Guys, it's over.
Yeah, cue sad violin.
As ever, Hans is here, but we have a special guest for our
Whoa,
final...
whoa, don't just fucking oh yeah, Hans fucking whatever.
Hans, we've been on like 7 different Skype calls for like the past 3 days. IY is here.
Hey! Woo!
Because he suffered through that Nintendo press conference as well.
Out of all the ones I decided to watch, that's probably not the one to watch.
But yes, as ever, Nintendo did their usual stick of kind of just broadcasting out a pre-recorded thing. And they kick off with heavy metal and mechs, Hans.
I thought this was originally... Do you know that game on the PS2?
Hardcore?
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought whenever I saw
We
it.
thought the exact same thing.
Just like the design of the mechs. But then I said to Nick, can I control it with my Labo robot?
I'm assuming the answer is no. It was not Armored Core, though. It was Daemon X Machina, which is a pretty good name.
I fear that name might be wasted, though.
Yeah.
This game, but...
That's coming next year. We then get a trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna the Golden Country.
Is this DLC?
I think it is. I don't know.
Okay.
They didn't really say. I know Xenoblade Chronicles 2 does have a season pass, so I'm assuming so. And then Reggie breaks into my house again.
Every goddamn year. But Nick, not only does he break into your house now, he holds small animals hostage. Because when the look on his face when he held up that Pokeball was fucking terrifying.
He's just like, lunge. Yes, we get a very, very brief look at Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee. And I have a hot take. I think Eevee is cuter than Pikachu.
I agree with him, actually.
Yeah, if I had to pick one as a pet, it'd probably be Eevee, let's be honest. I don't know how... I might give this a go. I think it's kind of neat that they're cross-platforming it with Pokemon Go. I still don't get how wild Pokemon things will go.
There's no wild Pokemon battles.
So you just straight up. Then how do you grind?
I don't think there is a grind.
But then what if I face someone who's stronger than me?
I don't know. That's why I'm disappointed. Is I thought they were going to do a bigger look into this, and they didn't. It was just kind of no more information than we got at the original reveal of them.
I thought this game was just going to be like a regular Pokemon game, but with the catching gimmick of Go with like some connectivity.
No, it seems like it's taking a lot of things from Go. Like wild Pokemon are on the field. There's no like running through tall grass and getting into a Pokemon. Like you'll see the Pokemon before you encounter it and all. But those are coming out this year on the 16th of November. Then we get a trailer for a new Mario Party. Going back to the old style of Mario Party instead of everyone being lumped into like a single car or train or whatever. Proper boards. There's a Goomba as a playable character.
There seems to be that you can play it either on one screen or on multiple screens.
Yeah.
Which, I imagine the way that'll work is some mini games can only be played with 2 screens and other ones are only on one possibly. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, I think it looks really neat. That is Super Mario Party, and it's out on the 5th of October. Then we get my favourite announcement. Fire Emblem 3 Kingdoms. We're getting a proper Fire Emblem game on the Switch.
Woo!
Color me excited. Hans probably does not care in the slightest.
No, I have a fleeting interest in Fire Emblem.
Yeah, this seems like it is. From that trailer anyway, it did seem like this is a full, proper Fire Emblem game, just transported up into 3D rather than being 2D like the DS games and 3DS games.
No, I was just curious about it, so I was. But no, it looks interesting. It looks like a proper old school tactical RPG. So,
and it seems like they've like done the work to kind of make all like the hub like in between battles and all. Seems like it's all going to be fully 3D and all. Like you actually have a character running around an area rather than just selecting things from a menu.
Is that similar to how they used to build relationships in the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's coming spring 2019. Then we get a trailer for Fortnite coming to the Switch. It is out now, and it's very weird hearing Reggie say the phrase battle bus.
That's what he drives to work every day, is a battle bus. Just ramming bitches off the road.
I'm not surprised by Fortnite coming to the Switch. It's maybe a bit weird considering it's obviously an always online. Like you can only play it online.
Yeah.
It's probably the most popular game in the world right now. Of course, it's going to come to the Switch. Then we get a trailer for Overcooked 2.
Woo!
And I think it's really nice that this is getting a sequel. I wasn't sure if it would, because I wasn't sure how well it actually did in the grand scheme of things. But it's getting a sequel. It's coming out Switch. It'll probably come to PC and other consoles eventually. Imagine probably day and date with the Switch for PC, maybe other consoles later on down the line. Mm-hmm. That's on the 7th of August, so like very soon.
To be honest though, like, let's be honest here, right? As much as I love Overcooked, it's not exactly the most complicated of games, which is great, right? But then, like, could they not have just made DLC?
It depends how far they really want to go with like adding new stuff.
Like, as spooky as those ghost toast were.
But dude, you can throw the food now.
I didn't catch that. I didn't.
Did you not always throw the food?
No, you can always pick up and set down. No, Reggie said, like, with the brand new ability to throw food, I was just like, cool.
So Amy will be excited to hear. We actually discussed that the other day. Was like, Amy said, like, oh, is it going to be like an Overcooked 2? And I was like, probably not. How wrong I was.
I know, you gotta go eat humble pie now.
Yep. Then we get a new, a very brief trailer for Octopath Traveler. That's getting a new demo, which will have actually stuff carry over into the main game. We then get a montage of a bunch of games that are coming soon for Nintendo. Kind of nothing new or major in here. I think these are all games that had been announced before that are coming out for the Switch. And then we kick in to the final segment, which is also half the show. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. So I was like, alright, I'll start writing down the characters they're revealing, because I was like, oh yeah, they're changing Link to the Breath of the Wild version. It's like, oh yeah, it's cool to see Sonic and the Ice Climbers back. And then about 5 more characters later, I was like, hold on, is this just every character? And then it turned out, yes, this is literally just every character that's ever been in a Smash Bros. Game.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. You finally got a hardware powerful enough to kind of do it. I love how they pretty much said, now your starting roster may be as small as, the original Super Nintendo. And I was just like, are you taking the piss? Like, seriously, you want me to go through and unlock all, 64 characters, is it at this point?
I think it's 65 with Ridley.
I'll be playing this game till I'm fucking 90.
To be fair though, I do miss games with unlockables. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of games these days, you don't really get the satisfaction of unlocking something.
True, but this is taking us to the nth degree. My biggest disappointment is not even a whiff of a story mode. Which I thought, if you got 64 characters, it's a good way to maybe unlock them.
What is the single player of Smash Bros?
So there was, in Brawl, they had that big Subspace Emissary mode.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
I thought that was standard. I didn't realize it was
No,
that was only in Brawl. Otherwise, it's single player is kind of just related to arcade style modes. So not only did they go through every single character and say, oh, here's the order we've revealed them in from start to finish, they then went through every character again to talk about how they have changed the character or subtle little notes you may not notice about said character. Like how Bayonetta's guns sound different depending on which costume she wears.
My favourite was the fuel gauge on Rob's chassis, which was like a pixel wide.
Is that what it was? Because I was staring at that, trying to figure out what it was.
Like that wee rod that comes up the middle that his arms and head come off, that has a fuel gauge on it.
Consider it the spine of Rob, if you will.
Oh, It was so much shit to go through. So yeah, it seems like there's only going to be 2 new characters in this one. Well, they only announced 2.
I'm sure there'll be more. I'm sure.
I wouldn't be surprised. The only other, I was thinking, what new characters? Because I'm sure if Nintendo were doing it, they'd only want to try and probably get characters from new franchises in. So, I'm thinking, do they add a character from ARMS?
That would fit the bill, to be fair.
So, yeah, those 2 new characters are an Inkling, boy/girl from Splatoon, and Ridley from Metroid. So Smash Bros. Gets the release date of the 7th of December, and then that's it. They just cut to their Treehouse stream, and that's the end of their conference. And I was sorely disappointed.
There was literally nothing on this that interests me. There was nothing new that interests me. There was a couple of things I had seen beforehand that I had a passing interest in, but nothing new blew my mind or interested me whatsoever.
But like, I think because last year, like, they announced a new Yoshi, a new Metroid Prime, a new Pokemon, and they've already got out and said, yeah, the new Pokemon's coming next year. But what about the Yoshi and the Metroid Prime? Like, do you not have any updates on them that could have been shown off? Or, like, give Yoshi a name, for example. Like, nothing's been said, and both of those games, well, Yoshi at least was meant to be coming this year.
Yeah, 2018.
And we've heard nothing about it. But yes, that's the end of Nintendo, and officially the end of the E3 press conferences. The show floor is open. But we'll wrap this up with Hans. How was your E3? Removed from the editing aspect, just E3 in general.
Overall, really disappointing. I thought Sony showed good development of their games. EA was alright. Microsoft was just an absolute blinder of colours and shite thrown at my eyes for an hour and a half because 50 games in that length of time is ridiculous. Bethesda's a kick in the nuts. Ubisoft was alright. Nintendo was crap.
Fair enough. And I, as someone who is only joining us now for E3, I'm sure you've been catching up with certain things. Is there anything you want to bring up and get Hans and I's thoughts about?
Gears pop?
God damn it.
Man, God, I wish that was the only announcement for Gears. God, I wish that was the case. Everyone got so excited when the logo came up.
I know you and I have talked a bit about our excitement for Gears Tactics.
Yeah, like it kind of just makes sense, right? Because Gears is like the game that introduced like, you know, the cover. Yeah, right? But only stuff like XCOM.
I mean, the guys from XCOM already look like Gears of War characters, let's be honest.
I enjoyed a lot of E3. I think there were some cool announcements. That new FromSoft game, Sekiro, looks awesome. I think all the stuff Sony showed looks really good. I'm excited to be a delivery man in Death Stranding.
That was so disappointing.
What?
I thought...
Fuck you!
Debate!
I want to be an Amazon Prime delivery man in a weird world. I'm going to counter all your arguments with one thing. You saw that baby's ass.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that what you're going to say? Is like the first thing you see is a butt?
So random.
Okay, how about we'll go and we'll all go and say what our game of the E3 was. Nick, what was your game of E3? Trailer or gameplay demo, whatever.
If we're taking trailers, I'm gonna say Sekiro. If we're taking like actual gameplay, probably Spider-Man.
Oh, actually, yes. I completely forgot about Spider-Man. That actually looks really cool.
Hans?
If we're going by just trailers, Elder Scrolls 6, because fuck you, Nick. I was right.
Oh, sorry. Shall I inform I have our bet?
Sorry.
What's this?
I reckon Elder Scrolls 6 is like maybe a decade away, but I said if it's not out within the next 5 years, so the end of 2023, I will buy all 4 of our copies of Elder Scrolls 6. So if it comes out before the end of 2023, you're getting a free copy of Elder Scrolls 6.
I was expecting more of a reaction to that.
Yeah.
Okay. He's probably thinking, can my laptop run it? Just to piss off Nick, that would be the trailer. If I had to go for gameplay, well, it's technically not gameplay. It's technically still kind of trailer. But I'd say Kingdom Hearts 3. We've talked about this a couple of times now, Nick. Just the scale of some of those worlds and like how fast-paced the action is, and just even like just navigating the worlds and stuff. It all looks awesome, and the fact that we're not that far off from getting it, it makes me even more excited for it.
I feel like just because like, it's been shoved down our throats 3 times, I feel like Kingdom Hearts has like, it just looks so... And I'm just not a Kingdom Hearts fan. Like I did not get into the first one, and I just never played any since. But that game actually looks so nice. Which I actually think, though, to be fair, is actually... I don't know, like a big part of this E3 was for me, like, look how cool everything looks.
I mean, yeah, games look good these days.
How I doesn't know that.
But even just like with the whole like emphasis of like, oh, you know, seasons change everything, bullshit like that. Like, I feel like there's such a big emphasis on stuff looking cool. I don't know. I was actually just really impressed with the RE2 trailer, even though I will never play it. But I was very just impressed by it.
You think you'll never play it
until you're
then
mid.
Nick will fucking pick it.
Hey man, my laptop ain't gonna run shit. Right?
Yours will just look like the old RE2.
I'll be playing the original.
So I'll bring up. I think we discussed it a bit before on the Sony video. I'm very shocked by some of the absences at this E3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there was no Red Dead Redemption 2. There was no Rocksteady. They haven't announced a new game yet.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
No Final Fantasy VII Remake. No word of that Square Enix Avengers game.
No Metroid, which we already touched on. No Pokemon.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of notable absences from this E3.
It's like something went universally wrong with game development. Do you think it's an indication that a new generation of consoles is sooner than we think?
No, well, I don't think that would affect Metroid or anything, because I don't think the Switch is going anywhere anytime soon. But there is mumblings that like stuff like Cyberpunk and maybe Starfield are going to be like next gen games.
Yeah.
So whether that means the next gen is right around the corner next year, or they are being announced very early, I don't know. But yes, the doors open on E3, but close on our recap videos. Until next year, guys.
And by then, I might have recovered.
But for now, it's a goodbye from Hans.
Have a good one.
Goodbye from special guest Ai Chung.
Bye. I was about to say hello there.
It's a goodbye from me. See you next year. Go watch some video games.
No, play them.
No, don't play them. Just watch.